No livro Como Salvar a Democracia, vocês descrevem o risco de uma minoria branca e cristã ditar a política norte-americana. Bom, 2 anos depois do lançamento do livro, Donald Trump foi eleito e dessa vez contou com a vitória também no voto popular. Ele teve inclusive votos em comunidades de latinos e outras minorias que ele costuma atacar. O que explica essa nova vitória e como fazer com que ele seja contido de alguma maneira?
That's a tough question. First of all, thanks for having me here. You forgot to note in your introduction that in my 2022 appearance before the World Cup, I predicted that Argentina would win the World Cup. So
it's true. It's true.
I may not know anything about politics, but about soccer, it looks like I'm a genius.
Okay.
You ask a great question. The United States has a very solid two-party system. And in much of the democratic world in the last few years, especially since the pandemic, there has been a lot of discontent, a lot of anger in electorates all over the world. In fact, in more than 80% of the democratic elections in Europe, in Latin America, in North America, oppositions have won. Voters are angry with the status quo, and whether it's left, right, or center, they are voting out incumbents. And that is, in large part, what happened in the last election, 2024, in the United States. People were unhappy about inflation. They were unhappy about the economy. They were still in a very grumpy mood after the pandemic. And Joe Biden, the incumbent administration, just like incumbent administrations in the UK and in Canada at the time, and in France and in Germany, it was unpopular. And because we have a two-party system, a very, very entrenched two-party system, Donald Trump was the alternative. And it's true, a majority of Latinos still voted against Trump, but a much larger number of non-white, non-Christian voters voted for Trump. This was mostly just an opposition vote, a vote against the status quo by voters who were really grumpy.